Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of The Legend of Dragoon on the Mykita Gaming channel. Well, I did what I set out to do. I'll bring up the menu here to show you. Dart and Haschel are both at level 31 now. Still trying to power through their additions to get their masters unlocked. But we are now outside the capital Velweb. We made it through the snowfield. In the previous episode, we took on the optional boss, the Polter Armor, but now we're actually ready to move things along. This is a pretty interesting place, and if you notice again, we've got the ambient background music from the Black Castle, which I like. Here we are at the capital city, Velweb. The Seven Towers. That's that circular bit back there. Is Diaz waiting for us somewhere in there? That is the Tower of the Seven Dragoons. The throne of the Holy Emperor is underneath there. We are standing at the legendary place where humans began their liberation. I wonder if it is an abominable place as well. You think too much. It's the same as Cadessa, isn't it? When you drag the past around, you cannot walk anywhere. It is true, Maru. The forbidden land that was the royal capital of the Wingleys. And this Velweb is a mere historic ruin. Yes. We can do nothing but settle for the present. Alright, off we go. So this is a pretty linear path. Again, look at this. Look at this background. Like, you get the real sense of scale here and how big this place must be when you see just how far back it goes into the background. Oh yeah, there's some really freaky enemies in here too. I mean, they're cool, but they're freaky. So like these Edward Scissorhands type things are Terminators. And then there's Witch. So, take your pick who you want to take out first.
Yes. Go. 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 Moon strike. Blossom storm. Take that.
Piece of cake. We have some really odd camera angles here too. Oh hey look, there's some merchants, remember? Remember how Segundo and Quarto said their brothers were? A freaking attack ball. Get out of here. Oh, we'll go talk to them. Brother, there are no customers here. I'm not doubting your word, though. Don't worry. Believe me, there are always customers, even in this kind of place. Okay, I believe you, brother. You're right, brother. There really are customers. It's all due to the skills in my passionate merchant's soul. You have to learn from this. I sell weapons, and I sell items. We are peddlers. It must be fated that we would meet here. Why don't you take this chance to buy something? Let me thank you in advance. We will absolutely do that. Let's buy some stuff. So we've got the Partisan for Albert. I will absolutely buy that. Heavy Mace, we already got that. Giganto Armor, already got that. Energy Girdle. See what I mean? Look, we're buying the Energy Girdle here, but Haschel already got it in Disc 2 as an item drop from the Berserker, I think. So, like, we've had it all this time, and it was that good. That's like a late Disc 3 armor pickup. So that's when the randomness of the game really helps you out. And then there's a Giganto Ring, which, I mean, we have one already, and we're probably not going to use it anyhow. Is there anything to sell? Probably not. Oh, I could probably sell that Saint armor, because somebody's got the armor of Yor already. And we'll keep that Spirit Terror just in case. Segundo and Cuarto have a business somewhere else. If you find them, please buy something from them. Alright, now let's look at the items here. Well, how about we start by selling items? So, I'm gonna have to throw some crap out here. Oh yeah, so I went and picked up all those chests in Fort Magrad, and as I said, they were pretty useless. The Panic Bell I will keep around. The Stunning Hammer can go. The Poison Needle I will keep around, but the Midnight Terror can go. The Attack Ball will go. Okay. I am going to also throw out the Gushing Magma and the Rave Twister. I will keep the power moves like the Burning Wave and the Flash Hall, but I don't need anything else. Buy a Healing Fog. Oh, buy another Healing Breeze. We should always have two of those. And we'll buy an Angel's Prayer. I actually had to use an Angel's Prayer for once. It's not something I've done so far. Please say hello to Segundo and Cuarto for me. Will do. Dart, look at that huge battery. Humans shot huge arrows from there, aiming at the Tower of Flanville. And back then, humans thought this way, that the arrow would not only shear the darkness that covers the earth, but also shear their corrupted hearts, which were accustomed to being ruled. Why are you suddenly starting to say this? I don't know. I still cannot tell. But if we meet the guy who claims he is Diaz, I think we can find out the reason. I'm speaking nonsense again. Let's keep going. A hero from history is waiting for us. It is a pretty cool image, right? Okay, now you see the save point off in the background. It's actually not where we need to go. But, hey, it's Shirley. I have been waiting for you. You are Shirley. Why? Why are you here? You ascended to heaven, I thought. Before that, I had something I had to take care of here in Velwood. I couldn't leave the trapped souls alone in this world. Are you talking about... Yes, the 4 souls of the Dragoons who lost their lives during the Dragon campaign. Their souls were drawn to Mayfill, the gate of the Inferno from which you can never return, is requesting the souls of the Dragoons. The Death City Mayfield. I thought it was destroyed. I don't know how, but it is true that the Gate of the Inferno is open. Rose, I made their souls inert and anchored them in this place. But there is a limit to my power. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven. The souls of the Dragoons are wandering somewhere in the towers. But we have to take care of something else now. Let's go find Diaz. Alright, so if we go off to the left, that's where we need to go. But if we go back here, this is where the towers are. I'm going to go up there because there's something else I need to do that involves being up here. Now you'll notice there are like color codings. Like, see how there's a little green indentation beneath me? So that indicates the wind, the Dragoon of Wind, is in this tower. Sort of gives you an idea of like where you need to go to find some of these creatures. But like it said, this is a that is something we will have to do after we take care of meeting Emperor Diaz.
Ha! Ha! He! Ha! Ha! He! Take that! Examine! Yes! Go!
That counter sneaks up on you sometimes. So yeah, so it gives you an idea of the 4 that you have to go after. But so you come into this tower just straight up from where you enter. Check this back wall. There's a small hole in the middle of the relief. This must have come off from here. Oh, we got a piece of Stardust. It's the only one here, and that is the last piece of Stardust on disc 3. So we now have 46 out of 50. See here? See the dome on top of the tower, and it's white? So this is where Shirley would be. But we already know what Shirley's fate is, so she's not one of them. Now I can go through and like look at the other towers, but you can't really do anything, and it's not really worth it since we'll have to come back here anyway. We'll might as well just do it all in one. But that's going to be part of our big side questing. So of course, Shirley will remind you, come back here after you meet Diaz, but she heals you. See? We're all healed now. That's important when you actually go to do that side quest, because that way, you know, you fight the Dragoons, and then you heal, and then you fight another one. Down the spiral stairs, there are a lot of little side doors that are worth exploring because they lead to items. Well, except this one. But you can see one down below. Rose's hairband. Oh, gee, guess who that's for? As you can see, not great in the way of physical defense. Provides some boost to magic attack, and avoids instant death, which is kind of nice. But not critical. Not the greatest of items. Now, I think this third one is the way we need to go. So let's skip that one and go in here. Yeah. Oh, got a spirit potion. Yeah, guess who's getting that? The only person who's not level 5. Notice this broken stairs here, can't go that way. Alright, now this is the main thing, but I'm actually gonna just do one more fight and get that. Hey, Shanna! Whoa, we got some magic going on. Diaz, here are all 3 divine moon objects. It's like, there are no more obstacles to hinder our utopia. You feel like you might want to just hold on to those a little bit longer until you actually talk with the guy. I feel like they're just giving these over a little too freely. Release the girl. Fine. He couldn't, like, set her down gently. He had to drop her a few feet up so Dart had to catch her. Diaz, what are you going to do with the divine moon objects? Didn't you hear it from Lloyd? My only desire is the advent of the last species. If you are the true Diaz, you should know what that implies. Total destruction. But what do you... Lloyd, well done bringing me the moon gem, moon dagger, and moon mirror. Now we can let the Virage embryo, the god of destruction, the last species we desire, the true Virage, arise. I will create the utopia you wanted, after the Virage embryo purges the world. Everything so far was an overture to that. Lloyd, he showed you a false utopia from the beginning. You deceived me. My utopia exists in the future of this world. What I desire is the creation of the future, not the destruction of this world. I don't need you anymore. Oh! Yikes. Ooh. And that is not how you expected Lloyd to go out. Diaz, what are you thinking? I don't need to hide anymore.
It's been a while. Rose, Dart. Father?
Oh, it cannot be!
snap! Didn't see that coming. Or maybe you did. I should point out now, I mean, Legend of Dragoon has long been criticized for being, like, the tropiest of tropey RPGs. It borrows from just about every JRPG cliche it can think of. This is no exception. That being said, again, when I first played this and I had no experience with other JRPGs, this was a big deal to me. So you take it for what it is. I mean, yeah, it's a hokey plot device, but what the hell? We like it anyway. Anyway, back to the story. Is that really you, Dad? You died with Melbuframa on each other's swords. Rose, what are you talking about? Now I can tell you everything. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So, remember how a few videos back we had Plot Dump Part 1 and Plot Dump Part 2? Yeah, this is basically Plot Dump Part 3. Actually, if anything, this is more like the Bond villain revealing his master plan. The beginning of the world was an absolute nothingness. Darkness. The creator Soa sowed a seed to the earth. This is the plan of Soa that created all species, the birth of the divine tree. Eventually, the fruit of the divine tree ripened and fell to the ground to fill the world with life. Gigantos from the 97th fruit. Menintos from the 99th fruit. Dragons from the 105th fruit. Humans from the 106th fruit. Winglies with magic power from the 107th fruit. And at the end, the Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was to be born from the 108th fruit. Soa desired the destruction and regeneration of the world by the Virage embryo, the god of destruction. However, 11,000 years ago, Winglies found out the tragedy waiting for them, and sealed the 108th fruit by separating the flesh and soul. The flesh of the god, the flesh of the Virage embryo, was taken away from the Winglies as the moon that never sets that glows in the sky. And the soul of the god was captured in the crystal sphere, and Melbuframa kept it. Yes, to withdraw unlimited magic power from that, and to conquer the other creatures. Now, I don't think they actually explain how all that was possible. It's just like a shut up and take it, that's how they did it. However, even with unlimited magic power, the domination was not eternal. Humans arose with dragoons in front. Nothing was their match because they obtained the power of the dragon. And finally, they drove Melbuframa into a corner. I felt certain of my victory. And it was in the next moment that the spell of petrification cast by Melbu captured me. I have waited for 11,000 years. Time, almost eternal, dissolved the spell of Melbu, and I was released from captivity. Days spent with Rose became the eternal past. And I lived as the father of Dart in this age, until the tragic day in Neat. I cannot believe it. I am here. That is a fact. Then, both Dad and Rose are the heroes of the Dragon campaign. I believe it was an old website, the Grand List of RPG Cliches, that said if ever the ultimate evil in an RPG was sealed away by a group of warriors from the past, chances are one of them will be sitting in the hero's party and one of them will be the hero's father. And that pretty much describes this game to a T. Yes, but that's not all. Humans made a mistake. silly humans destroyed the crystal sphere, which was the container of the soul, along with the royal capital Cadessa. The Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was exultant. It could now be born. The free soul released from the crystal sphere started to wander, in order to go back to the body left in the moon that never sets, to be born as the last god, and to destroy the world. The soul without a body possesses a human body and heads for the moon that never sets, by repeating the transmigration every 108 years. You now know. The soul of the god of destruction is the Moonchild, the truth of the Moonchild in the legend. Count 108 years, and when the moon that never sets glares in red, the Moonchild descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The holy blessing is the destruction. The destruction is Soa's will. This is the fate that rules the future of the world. But there was one Dragoon who found out about it. In order to deter the birth of the god of destruction, she has had to kill the moon children by stopping her own time. She was even called a demon. That is the true self of Rose, the Black Monster. Rose is the Black Monster? Now again, tropey as hell, cliche as hell, you probably saw that coming 10,000 miles away. Again, go back in time 20 years, and young me is playing this for the first time. My jaw's on the floor at this point. And of course, Rose has nothing to say because she knows the jig is up. Tell me it's not true. The Moonchild has to be killed, and the people around it too, before they become the servants of the god of destruction. Neat too? For 11,000 years, there have been no exceptions. God! Why you? Why do you have to be the Black Monster? Well, because it's a JRPG, Dart, and it wouldn't be the same without it. That's it. And he just takes Shanna back. What are you going to do? Let me tell you one more truth. Rose, you thought the Princess Luvia you killed 18 years ago was the Moonchild, but it is not true. Now Rose is surprised. Luvia had a twin sister. No! Shanna is the Moonchild. Now you have to wonder, how did Rose not figure that out way back when? Shanna is the soul of the Virage embryo, the god of destruction. But I mean seriously, let's think about this for a second. Like, Lord only knows how Rose determined who the Moonchild was each 108 years. But I would think making a mistake like that is not something she would have done. But again, it's plot convenience, right? Or as we like to say in the world of writing, many plots begin with what is described as an intelligent mistake. This would be that intelligent mistake, that Rose was doing this periodically, and finally, after all this time, she messed up. And now here we are. I'll dissolve the signet of the moon that never sets, and cross it with the Moonchild. Now, I have everything in my hands. Yeah, good going, guys. You gave him all the tools he needs. Release Shanna! And are you going to kill her? To save the world? I'll kill her. Not like that, you won't. This is the limitation of humans. Sieg! Why? All is the will of the Creator, Soa. My hands start the world, and my hands end the world. There he is. guys in the badass red armor. Yes! Fate desires it. Dad, wait! Shut up! Again, I need an echo effect there. And hot diggity dog, that's the end of Disc 3. I think that's why I like Disc 3 so much for so long, is because it's the only one that ends on a cliffhanger. Well, the plot is twisting, isn't it? We thought we had it all wrapped up when we went after Lloyd, but oh no. Oh no, there's much more to come. Although, we'll get into it when we actually start going through Disc 4, but to me personally, I felt like Disc 4 is where the plot kind of went off the rails a bit. There's still a lot to be done, and it's still enjoyable, but there's a lot to discuss as we go forward. Because now we have a ton of questions and no answers at all, and we got to wrap it all up. So anyway, I'm going to save it here. And in the next episode, we will be starting Disc 4, the final disc of the game. We are in the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, there is so much we still have to do. So, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, tap that bell for notifications. It's getting good. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you at the start of Disc 4. Take care.